We're stepping on the campus, yeah, it's game time. With the BowTie on, looking sharp, I'm in my prime. From the classrooms to the courts, we hustle hard. Sports university life, man, we raise the bar. BowTie, fresh style, we breaking the mold. BowTie Sports, yeah, we doing it right. Champions in the making, shining so bright. On and off the field, we rise to the test. BowTie University will always be the best. Late nights studying, early mornings on the field. Dreams are getting real, every challenge we real. Victory in our sights, we grind, never rest. BowTie Sports pride, man, we only chase the best. With every game we play, our legacy unfolds. BowTie Sports, yeah, we doing it right. Champions in the making, shining so bright. On and off the field, we rise to the test. BowTie University will always be the best. From dawn till dusk, we wear it with pride. In this BowTie life, we never divide.
Welcome in, everybody. We got a heck of a show lined up for today. We have our boy Hygh from Hygh Sports that's going to be in here today, and we got a heck of a show lined up for you today. But you know, Coach Dre is not here today, but he will be back here soon. So we have a special guest in Hygh. Before we get all into that, guys, let's hear from our sponsor at Underdog. Baseball is back on Underdog. Use the code BowTie. Are you ready to cash in now, guys? Why not go hard on the yard with Pick'em? Pick high or lower, it doesn't matter. Bobby White Jr., New York Yankees, Los Angeles Angels, it doesn't matter. Enter your fee of $10 or more and win big, guys. I'm talking about big. Big money is coming your way. Take a swing today and win 6 times the entry of your money. Waiting on a meatball? New customers get Bobby White Jr. today. It doesn't matter. Use the code BowTie Sports on Underdog. Make picks, win money big. Ooh, win money big at Underdog. Hey, hit the wrong button. Hit the wrong button. But yeah, here's our dog at Hygh Sports. I hit the wrong button, guys. Sorry about that. But hey, here's our dog at Hygh. How you doing today, Hygh?
Man, I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Hey, thank you everybody for joining in. Cancer Claire, Victor, Ruben, and everybody else that's joining in later. Everybody else that's joining in a little bit late. Thank you guys for joining in as well. But we got a special guest. Tell everybody a little more about yourself.
Man, listen, my name is Hygh. Started this media journey back probably 2019. I was don't know if I told you this, Hense, but I was getting my doctorate in biblical psychology, and I wanted to be a counselor. However, man, I had this dream and burning desire to do sports work and get into photography, videography, and go out. And I started a podcast. My first ever podcast was The Casual Highlight. And but it was about trying to talk sports and bring people close to God. Long story short, fast forward 2025, man, I'm rebranding, redoing some things, but I'm exploring stuff. I'm loving what I do. I do what I enjoy. I like networking and talking with other people. Mm-hmm. So, man, it's been a great journey so far in this sports podcast world and meeting great people. I just covered my first Super Bowl in New Orleans in 2025. Mm-hmm. So it was dope because I was born in Louisiana, but I was raised out here in Kansas. So being able to go into the Superdome and cover my current favorite team right now, the Chiefs. But before that, man, I was born into a Saints family, the Who Dat Nation. If those people don't know who the Dome Patrol is, that was like the greatest core of linebackers in the history of the National Football League, man. Pat Swilling, Ricky Jackson. Ricky Jackson was a Hall of Famer. Sam Mills, Von Johnson. I grew up in that era. And my mom, by the way, which is funny, her major was communications. She went to Southern University, majored in communications, and was getting ready to do sports work in the sports field and work for had an internship at WDSU TV in New Orleans. So it's a full circle now. Like 35 years, some years later, her son decides to get up into the sports world and doing my dreams, man. It's been a blast.
Doing a blast, man. And and tell everybody how we met. You know, how did we meet?
Man. So I met you 2 years ago. I started talking to you before I went to Big 12 Media Day in Dallas, man. I was just trying to link up with people back in Kansas City because I said, man, I just want to just get to know like-minded folk who was in this industry, man. And then I finally saw you at Big 12 Basketball Media, I think 2023. Yeah. I said, I know that dude, doggone that backpack and that bow tie. So, man, and we've just been cool ever since, man. And Hense always been supportive, always gave me pointers about different things of how to move and network and talk and presentation and what to say, what not to say, when to speak up, when not to speak up, camera angles, man. We life family, man. It was like family, man. And it's just certain things, certain people we knew and connected. Like, what? How you know that person? Wait a minute. How you know that? Wait a minute. What? Oh man. And it was like a family reunion that you had to see. You know, I never met the gentleman Hense, but it was like family, man. Like, what's happening?
Yeah. It's like I told my wife yesterday. I was like, man, it's like my brother, man. Like my brother went from different lands, man. We you know, like every time we together, man, we always cracking up, you know, laugh, you know, at sports and everything. This guy know basketball than anybody, better than anybody I know. Like, shoot, I be like, he was sitting there talking about basketball. Like, man, you should be a coach or something. Man. Like, I'd be there talking about it and everything else like that. But again, guys, this is Hygh, man. Hey, he's our special guest for today. I know y'all are looking for Coach Dre. He's out right now. He's out on family, having some family time. But you know, we have Hygh, the special guest here today, that's going to be joining us for the rest of the remainder of the show. Before we get started, let's get into our show topics. What we're going to be going over today. What you have for us, Hygh?
Man, listen, we got the show rundown, man. We got Team Clark versus Team Collier for the final roster spots for the 2025 WNBA All-Star Game. Number 2, Tina Charles joins Diana Taurasi as the only players in WNBA history to reach 8,000 career points. Number 3, Angel Reese is your NBA 2K26 WNBA edition cover athlete and shoe deal with Reebok. Number 4, has the Big 12 expansion diluted the conference overall strength or enhanced it? Number 5, yeah, that's gonna be. I'm looking forward to that one right there. 5 is the NIL deals good. Excuse me, is the NIL deals good for college sports overall? And number 6, can Nohl Williams as a 3rd round pick truly become the next Sauce Gardner for the Chiefs?
I think he does. I think he should be the next Sauce Gardner. I know a lot of people looking like, what the heck, Hense? What are you going to come up with something like that? I think the kid would be the next Sauce Gardner. So with that said, guys, let's get into our first topic of the day. Number 1, and that is the All-Star roster for the WNBA. Now, this is Team Clark. Everybody, I'm going for Team Clark. You know what I mean? She got a solid squad over there, everything else like that. What are you looking for to come out this All-Star game? You think it's going to be more like the NBA, what they got planning on the All-Star game with there, or you think this woman conference is going to put more into it?
They better. Don't be like the men All-Star. Listen, I'm going to keep it real. I like basketball, but I like competitive basketball. Listen, I get a better pickup game at the park than the NBA All-Star the last 10 or 15 years. That's how bad it's been, man. That thing been garbage. I don't even like the slam dunk competition. Just give me the 3-point shootout. But let me say it like this. There's been an energy and a change, and I want to say probably since COVID. Because now you have rivals. You now have the Caitlin Clarks of the world. You have the Aliyah Bostons. You have the Angel Reese. Well, Angel, we still have she still got some work to do in her career. But as far as this game, man, I'm looking forward to them playing hard, giving it effort, because we tired of seeing all-star games where we just dribble, shoot, dunk. Dribble, shoot, dunk. If that's the case, man, I could have went to the Harlem Globetrotters game or something like that, or watched the Manners of baseball do that, man. I came to see competition, the best of the best. So that's what I'm I'm really looking forward to seeing, man. If
Right.
I'm not mistaken, Sabrina Ionescu is going to be here too as well. So you got Kelsey Plum. You have some stars that are playing in this game. Yeah, Caitlin Clark, Sabrina, Kelsey. You got Asia Wilson, Skylar Diggs. You know, we got Brianna Stewart, Stewie, they like to call it. You have some good players, man. I'm excited to see competition. I don't want to just come on there and they just everybody throwing up threes, and I'm like, that's why you have a 3-point shootout the night before.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody want to shoot three. You should have participated in a 3-point contest. That's just my thoughts on it. But
yeah. But everybody's asking them. They asked in the chat, do you have a Facebook page where they can follow you at? Go ahead and shout that out for you.
Yeah, let me go ahead. The best place to check me out, alhygh.com, ALHYGH.com. Also, you can hit me up on the IG. That's al Hygh. That's my personal IG page. My Facebook, check me out at Al Highlights. But I'm going to give you fair warning. Most of my content will be on IG, and I'm revamping the website here coming up very shortly. I got a surprise, if Hense let me tell it at the end of the show, of what I'm going to be doing here coming up.
Yeah, you know I'm gonna let you do it. But Tom Hood said he's never watching the WNBA, and I would like to know why, Tom. Tom, I would like to know why. You know, you and everything. It's getting better. I know. When I first started watching it, it wasn't like until like when I first met Al High like 2 years ago. That's when I first actually started watching. I fell in love with West Virginia. JJ and Jordan and those guys over there when they was getting done. Then I started watching the sports more, and now I'm a big Dallas a fan as well. Because JJ is over there. She's one of my favorite players coming out. But this game here, man, it's just like the WNBA, but it's more. I like it, man. I'm just a big fan of sports overall. So. Yeah, I think this All-Star game is this roster, this team. This is going to be a much-watch game to watch for everybody else that's joining in as well. This is Al High for Hygh Sports. If you're just now joining in, we want to thank all 300 and some of you guys in here that's right now. But again, the WNBA All-Star roster is all set and ready to go. And speaking of, I know we talked about. That Al High mentioned earlier and talked about Angel Reese. What you think about what she got? 800, not Angel Reese, but Charles. What you think about her and her 800 career points? 800,000 career points.
8,000. Okay. I'm gonna say trailblazer, man, and that's the word that she sketches her name into the halls of the WNBA. Remember, the WNBA is about like 26 years old. So you're compared with the greats of the original founders of the Shell Swoops, of the Tina Charles of the world, Cynthia Cooper, Lisa Leslie's of the world, Diana Taurasi, and now Tina Charles has been doing this at a high level for over 15 plus seasons. So I love it, and it just gives more foundation and more it gives more for this league to like build upon. And also, man, it just lets you know the greatness of UConn women basketball. The players that have come through UConn, my goodness, we can start way back 30 years ago with like a Rebecca Lobo. Then you got Sue Bird, Diana Taurasi. At a number of college championships that they won, and then the level of dominance that they had coming into the WNBA. You got Maya Moore, you got Brianna Stewart, you got currently right now Paige Becker, who's huge in the league. Right. You got literally the best of the best, and congratulations to Tina Charles for what she's doing. And it's just gonna get the WNBA is still a young league, and they're still laying down the foundation, right? And what I want for the league to do now is just continue growing piece by piece. Don't overdo it too much, in my opinion. And just keep building with the momentum that you have and keep going. And then one day you'll be able to get the numbers like the NBA. But focus on your product and what makes your product great. And this is another thing with Tina Charles, is that she brought the lunch pail to work every day, man. She brought the lunch pail. That's all. It is 8,000 is saying. I came to work. I brought the lunch pail. Same way with Diana, and they came from that grind of learning from Gino Auriemma. That legacy and what he instilled in these women in 4 years when they were at UConn. He said, "I bring the best of the best. We're not just gonna sit up here and I'm not gonna teach effort. We don't have time for that. We trying to get up here and build a dynasty and win. That's what I'm about. I ain't got so. Congrats to Tina Charles.
Yeah, baller. Yeah, she's out here balling, man, putting up 8,000 career points, and that's bringing your lunch pail to work. Like he said, you come in here, you ball, you say, "Hey, I am the person up front. I'm going to be the leader of the set record for yourself and everything else like that." Tom Hood, I know you in this chat. Talk about what do you say? What do you say here, Anthony? What do you say there? What do you say in the chat?
I watched the women's lingerie football league, though. Yeah.
Hey, that's understandable, sir.
No,
but yeah,
teachers on.
Teachers on. Tom Hood. Tom Hood, you and Ruben and everybody always coming here making some jokes. But again, yeah, congratulations to Tina, man, for coming out here, balling out here, putting in these points. That's a hard career stone to actually come out here and do, and actually for 15 years to be in the league to actually get that done. Hey, that's amazing for her and everything that she got going on as well. So speaking of for our last topic of the women's basketball league, let's talk about Angel Reese. The cover of 2K26. A lot of people was up and warmed about her being on the cover. Everybody think it should have been Kaden Clark or this person or that person. But hey, Angel Reese is the cover, the face of 2K26. What you had to say about that, Mr. Anthony?
I ain't got no problem with it. But I only been on the show for 15 minutes now. I might say something controversial that I hope that I might get in trouble, but I need to say it. I think people are in uproar about it because the Caitlin Clark fans could we say maybe perhaps they think she doesn't deserve it because she's too loud and too hood and too ghetto and got long hair but I don't see nothing wrong with it, man. Actually, did you get a chance to watch the documentary with Shaq about Reebok and on Netflix?
No, I didn't get a chance to tell me about it. So
Shaquille O'Neal is the president of Reebok. So what he's doing is him and Allen Iverson, who's the vice president of Reebok. Well, they're rebranding Reebok, and so what they're doing is they're trying to bring it back to like the they know they probably can't be Nike or Adidas or what's the under one? Under Armour. So they were tasked to bring hot faces, fresh faces for like the rebranding of Reebok. So, and one of the people that Shaq brought in was Angel Reese because they have that LSU connection. So I kind of, long story short, I don't mind it, man. I know people wanted Caitlin Clark and wanted other people. I think it's just the numbers thing. I don't have no problem with it. I think Caitlin Clark will get her day one day to be on there. And it's just it is what it is. And they got to look at the numbers, what's going to sell and what's not going to sell. I think Caitlin, and now I will say this, the ratings did go down when Caitlin Clark did not play because she was out for about 5 or 6 games. But
not to cut you off, I'm just tired of everybody putting these two together, like putting these two girls together. I understand that you got to have some ratings from somewhere. Like that's the same thing they do with Patrick Mahomes. Is Joe Burrow better than Patrick Mahomes? Is this person better? this is gonna be the year Patrick Mahomes go down. But I just say let these two girls be the face of the league, man, and let them two play out. I know you said the thing about Clayton Clark fans. I think some of the stuff I don't think it's just I won't put it on Clayton Clark's fans. I would just put it on some people just don't understand the magnitude of things, and some people just will never grow up, or some people will never just understand that, like, hey, we all bleed the same, we all the same people and breathe the same air. But again, like me, I love everyone. You know what I mean? Love or hate. I love everybody that's in my chat, everybody that's that tuned in to us. But again, congratulations with everything. But if for me, I would put like if I'm a business guy, right? If I'm looking at this game and said I wanted to sell, I'm gonna put both of them on the cover. You know what I mean? I'm putting both on the goddamn cover. Controversy. Everybody gonna want to buy the game. You know what I mean? These two face to face on the cover. Heck, this would have been my cover for it. This would have been the cover for me. These two. Historic conversation where it all started. This would have been me for the WNBA or the 2K26. I would have had that cover on there and let everybody battle out and count ducats from there. But again, Angel Reese, her shoes, her Reebok's deal, what she got going on with them is amazing. Congratulations to the young lady. And like you said, Shaq and Iverson got something going on good over there as well. But hey, I'm happy for it. And we had somebody say something in the chat. What they say? Not
good enough to be on the cover. And I can understand. I respect his opinion too, because Angel do have some little more work cut out for her. Yeah, in this league, she still got to figure out: am I a scorer? Am I a rebounder? Am I both and both? Like I saw her a couple weeks ago against the Sparks, and she put up a double-double. I mean, she put up some numbers. She put up like 27 points, 15 rebounds. She was putting in work. And she's in this league, you like if you want to be the level of Tina Charles and the Sue Bird and the Taurasi and the Swoops in them, you got to put that work in. And even Caitlin Clark was telling us with the shooting, but she still got to put the work in. It's just not okay. I'm here. Nah, when you get to that level, you got to start over and improve at your work every year in any sport. Football, Patrick Mahomes, he got 3 Super Bowl rings, but he got to prove himself every year. He got some proving to do this shit. But we'll talk about that later with Patty Holmes. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. But again, I agree with I agree with Nick as well, man. You know what I mean? It just like when who was it? What's the name got on the cover? It was Josh Allen on the Madden cover. Josh Allen had no Super Bowl rings, no MVPs, but they chose him to be on the cover. To be a controversy and everything else, but hey, it could have been Clayton Clark. If like I said, if it was up to me, if I'm a part of marketing team for EA Sports, if I'm the marketing person and EA Sports and I'm charged the cover, I'm bringing both fans up. I'm bringing everybody to want to buy this cover. You know what I mean? That's what been the cover, the drama and on the game. Everybody else, to bring in. That's what I would did if I was a part of the marketing team as well. But yeah. But let's move on. Before we go into the other half of this show, let's hear from our sponsor one more time. Hold on, lost the button there. But again, man. Hey, Angel Reese, she got it, but let's get into our sponsor one more time. Baseball is back on Underdog. Use the code BowTie. Are you ready to cash in now, guys? Why not go hard on the yard with Pick'em? Pick high or lower, it doesn't matter. Bobby White Jr., New York Yankees, Los Angeles Angels, it doesn't matter. Enter your fee of $10 or more and win big, guys. I'm talking about big. Big money is coming your way. Take a swing today and win 6 times the entry of your money. Waiting on a meatball? New customers get Bobby White Jr. today. It doesn't matter. Use the code BowTie Sports on Underdog. Make picks, win money big. Win money big at Underdog. Play now in Missouri and get $5 and get 50. And use the promo code BowTie. And also what we're doing here at BowTie Sports and Chiefs Blitz, Also, if you don't want to be, you want to play the game underdog, go ahead and hit the Cash App right there at the bottom of the corner at Chiefs Blitz KC, where you can help fund the page as well, and everything is there. So with that said, Mr. Al High, let's get right into our next topic. What we have here today.
Men's and women's basketball, Big 12. Has Big 12 expansion diluted the conference overall strength or enhanced it? Whew. That's a three-part. That's probably a two-part and three-parter. I'm going to say this. I think we will know probably the answer in the next 3 to 5 years. Mm-hmm. It's still the league. This is going to be the first year as we cover the Big 12 as we cover it. This is going to be the first year that I see that we got the Big 18 coming down, the idea of that coming down the pipe. But this is going to be the first year that we haven't had any type of transition with new teams coming in and old teams leaving out. We are going to find out in the next 3 to 5 years, because there's talks, and this is critical for the Big 12, because the two biggest pillars of the conference, Texas and Oklahoma, are no longer in the conference. So with Brent Yormark at the head of the Big 12, I love the direction that he's going with this, and what he's really pushing more than football, he's pushing basketball as the lead. Now, this past year, SEC did that thing in basketball this year. But I think we will know that answer in the next 2 or 3 years of who belongs and who doesn't belong. I think you have some strong brands, but it all comes down to NIL money. Which would jump into that a little bit later. It comes down to your boosters. It comes a lot of several different factors. It comes down to how you even market, how is the basic stuff. Me and one of our colleagues, Chris Gardner from the Houston Roundball Review, we talked about this last week. Like, how is the social media, the basics? How are you marketing this? How are you pushing the league brand out? Who is the person at the front office that is doing all the talking to all the other schools to push this brand? Because the SEC for 20 years has been pushed by ESPN. Last 20-25 years, the Big 10 20-25 years has been pushed by like the likes of ESPN and Fox. So it's our duty to help. If we want to see the Big 12 survive, it is our duty as journalists, media, to help push this narrative. Or in the next 3 to 5 years, we're gonna be splitting time with the ACC, or be trying to join the Pac-12 or something, or something like that. So, just my take on it.
Yeah, if you KU, would you if the Big 12 is not elevating, going where they need to go, would you consider joining the Pac-10 or something like that?
If I'm KU,
KU.
It all depends, man. I don't think they would join the. If anything, I think that they would possibly look at the Big 10, because some of these schools also still look at academics as well. Mm-hmm. Like KU looks at that, Iowa State, and they look at that aspect. You got to also look at it, and I'm floored with all this movement sometimes. I'll give you an example. Stanford and Cal. You're in the Stanford, Cal, and SMU. They are all in the ACC. Make it make sense why Stanford and Cal is in the ACC. So, yeah, you move for football, but all your other sports suffer. That's the other thing that we need to look at as well, because we can make all these moves because of football, but your basketball, your baseball, your Olympic sports suffer. So you got to look at that. The overall, yeah, you're bringing in some dollars, but the physical being of the athlete and how the athlete is his performance each week, how does that affect them? And I think we as the commissioner, they got to do a better job in looking at that and just trying to figure that out in general, because I'm looking at, like, I always go back to Stanford and Kyle. They about to be irrelevant in the next 5-10 years with that ACC. That travel schedule is brutal.
Mm-hmm.
UCLA and USC in the Big Ten. That travel schedule, they gotta go. Mark Cronin, the coach of the UCLA Bruins, came out. It was like, we've been to New York twice. We've seen the Statue of Liberty twice in 6 weeks. We came over here and played Rutgers. Then we had to come over here and play. I think they played somebody else on the East Coast a second time. But he said, man, this people. I don't think sometimes these commissioners think. And yes, the mighty dollar in college sports is powerful. But man, the human being aspect, man, we gotta do a better job of figuring that out.
Yeah. Going to get into Cancer Collier comment, what she had to say there on I'll put it up there for you.
Geographically no longer matters in college conferences. Everyone is still getting used to that, especially with recruiting. Yeah, I understand it doesn't matter, man, but and I guess then we need to if it doesn't matter, then yes, then these athletes need to be getting paid, which they're working on that. They have the share revenue, but then do they need to be going to class then? How does the body recover after a long travel like that in the air? If you were football school, basketball, same with basketball, how does what is the recoup time? How do they recover from each week traveling like that in the air? You only there for 48 hours, then you get back on a plane, and then you fly over here. I mean, I think about that stuff as well. So yeah, it doesn't matter, but because it's no region, but we might need to take a look at that a little bit more, because I think something's missing. I feel like that's not. And maybe I'm old school with it. I'm the old school. I'm the old person on the line. Like, yeah, Big Ten and Pac-12 and SEC. Everybody in the Southeast region. You know, I'm on my yard yelling like, man, no, this got to be. You can't. Why we got a West Coast team playing the SEC? I mean, but I just
right.
Yeah, that's how I am right now about it. I'm still even with the Arizona schools. I'm glad they're in the Big 12, but I'm like, you going all the way to West Virginia to play a game, and even women's sports, man. You gotta see it's a lot, man.
Yeah. So let's get it right into the NIL deals. Are the NIL deals good for college sports overall? What's our take on that, man? Do you think they are good for college sports overall?
I think NIL is overdue. I think long overdue. But we got to understand the title of the NIL was getting paid for your name, image, and likeness. But now, with all these schools, the Big 12 included, the SEC, now you have these things called the collectives. This should be changed differently now. I don't think NIL is NIL, paying for commercial for who you are and branding. But the key now is who got the biggest collective, who has the biggest pockets. Because you're saying that if you look at the budget of an Ohio State, we're just gonna look at football, for instance. The budget for Ohio State is probably going to be a little bit much bigger than the budget for KU. And then you also have all these budget cuts to fit this, to pay everybody. You have to cut staff and you have to cut people from the staff to make sure that everybody on the team is paid. So I think the NIL is good, but we need maybe some barriers. But I don't mind the athletes getting paid. Hell, let the kids get the money. Let them get the bag. But you better show up too. With that bag, there is responsibility. So we need to there needs to be discussions about the bag, and we need to also have discussions with these young athletes about money management. We need to have discussions about people leeching off of you, off your talent. We need to also get mental health, because mental health is mental wealth. So you need to have counseling for these kids and what they're dealing with. When they have one bad game, how do you deal with people online talking about you? Because you're going to have that too. Getting death threats, racial slurs. You're going to have all that. So yeah, the bag is good, but there's responsibility when it comes to the bag.
Right. I think you know what I mean, I think the kids should get paid. If anybody's going to make money off of anybody, I think, you know, it should be you making money off of yourself. But if the kids, you know, if the schools can get paid, I feel like the kids should get paid too. And also the transfer, and they getting transferred, the coaches can get transferred, and they can go to the transfer tunnel and everything else like that. I think the students can go through it as well. But let's get into what Lou Montana, the other guest of the show, had to say. Go ahead and read what he had to say.
Leagues can be built on rivalries, real or contrived. When Magic and Bird came in 1979, they saved and rebuilt the NBA. And both women can stand on their own and take the league to new heights. True.
Yeah. I believe in that as well. But again, looking at the AIL deals, the NIL deals, man, I think they good for the kids as well. Because like when Johnny Manziel was playing, and you know the schools was making money off of him and off his jersey sales and everything else like that. It's time for these young kids to get paid too. You know what I mean? If the colleges can get paid and get all this money off of all these like stars and then the young kids in here again, you know, bringing all the crowds and everything and sponsorships and everything to the schools, why not these young kids can get paid as well? But like you said, it's gonna come into with managing money. Like get these kids some the financial counselors and everything else like that to come and, you know, help them how to, you know, look for people that's trying to, you know, collect off of debt off of something off of them as well, or something like that as well. But again, I think, you know, I mean, if the schools can get paid, why not these children as well, man? Some of these kids are, you know, laying on their grandma's couch, you know, and paying for school, you know, are getting out of school and coming into all that debt as well. You know what I mean? That school debt is real. Like, you get your degree and now you got all this stuff to pay as well. If the school can make money off of me, I want to make my money as well. So it's a two-headed sword for me.
And shame on the NCAA, man. Shame on them. All these taking banners down because you were selling autographs and wiping records off the book because you won and got some. You got a hamburger. Well, we're gonna wipe all your records out, and you're not a Peach Bowl champion or you're not a Final Four representative. Man, shame on the NCAA, man, for this nonsense. The non-caring A's of America, man. I'm gonna say it just like that. That's what it is, man. It needs to be, and that's what they need to be rebranded as, man, because a lot of this is on them. And you was talking about Manziel. You got the boys at Ohio State selling their autograph to make ends meet. Right. I mean, to make ends meet. So all they was a scholarship, but your coaches is making $500,000. Your head coach making $5-6 million, bro. This is insanity, man. So I let them get the bag, and if they make more money with commercials, man, off their name, let them do it, man. God bless them.
Yep, your name is your brand. Your brand is your name. So let it be. So with that said, let's take it. Speaking of another name, the last topic of the day. I know everybody gonna throw like what Jet fans and Chiefs fans like. Come on, Hense. Here you go, one of your hyper-hysterical moments right here. But again, I like to say, you know, I think, you know, he's a golden jacket kid that's here on the show. Everybody know about him. I'm gonna give him more love. So number 6 is, can Nohl Williams as a third-round pick truly become the next Sauce Gardner for the Kansas City Chiefs? What you think? Do you think he can come out and actually come out as a defensive back? It could be next Sauce Gardner for the Kansas City Chiefs. I know people in the chat probably gonna say, Hense, come on, man, stop playing. This he's just on the third-round pick, but heck. The kid, you know, led in college. He had all the most interceptions, and he got the ball skills and everything else of Sauce Gardner. I don't matter if you get picked, you know, first round or third round. I think the comparison ceiling for this kid is right there. What do you think, Al?
It's on the kid. He can be Sauce Gardner. He can be Deion Sanders. He can be Daryl Green, whatever. It's all about his work ethic, all about nutrition, his work ethic. It also works about his study in the books, his focus. Man, he can do anything that he sets his mind to. Now there's some things he might not be able to happen, which is health, because injuries do happen and take place. However, man, it's man, if you got him on one side and you got the other gentleman from, I can't remember the gentleman's name. I'm not in football mode right now. On the other side,
Trent McDuffie.
Mr. McDuffie on the other side. I mean, it'll bring back memories of when we had Snead here and how we had a shutdown corner on both sides, man. And you wasn't nothing taking off and landing for them two as the corners. So, and you know, I've been screaming since Derek Thomas passed away. We need a defense. The year that with Trent Green and Priest Holmes, we ain't had no defense. So I'm just glad we got a defense, man, to do some stuff. Now it took a step back, and you can see those holes when Snead was not there, and it was all on McDuffie. But this gentleman, it's up to him. It's really up to him. If anybody who's drafted is in the league, like you had the most, college is one thing, but the NFL is on a different level. And when like I said earlier, man, when you get into these professional leagues, you start over. You just we drafting you off of potential of what you could be. But at the end of the day, it's up to you whether you're going to make it from this potential of this rookie contract to your next one. It's up to you.
Right. But I think Naul Williams, I think he's gonna be the one of the big steals of this draft. You know, and coming from Cal, I think this kid gonna come out. Yeah, I think he really can be the next Sauce Gardner, or even better. You know what I mean? I know that's putting a lot of weight on this kid's on his back. I know there's a big shoes to fill, but that's why Sauce Gardner is standing in the shadow, and you see how he's looking at him. Hey, I'm the next man up. I'm the next man up here, for this guy. But again, I think Nohl Williams can be that guy for the Kansas City Chiefs. I know, I like to put on, everybody say, Hense, you put a lot of, things on these kids. But I see it. When I see him playing for Cal, man, I was like, who is this guy? Who is this guy coming out here and balling out like this? And looking at his skill level, looking at everything else like that, I think the kid could be the next Sauce Gardner, the next big thing for the Kansas City Chiefs. You got Trent McDuffie. He's gonna be a young secondary this year. You're gonna have a young safety in Eric Hicks, not Eric Hicks, but Jaden Hicks. You got a young secondary as well. But again, the Chiefs have been drafting good corners, since Andy Reid and since they've been here. And now they got another up and coming kid in Nohl Williams. And I think Nohl Williams can be that next big thing for the Kansas City Chiefs. I know a lot of people are saying this guy, that guy for the Kansas City Chiefs. I know Josh Simmons and everybody else, but like you said, you mentioned Snead. Snead was a 4th round draft pick for the Kansas City Chiefs, and he came out playing safety. And now you got a guy that's coming out in the 3rd round, and Nohl Williams from Cal. Could he be the next big thing? Could he be that hidden gem for the Kansas City Chiefs? This defense that they building with Chris Jones and George Kalafis and everybody else, and Nick Bolton and those guys. Can Nohl Williams be the other key mission piece on the other side of Trent McDuffie? And I think yes. I know all 519 guys in here would think yes as well. I know y'all would think, hey, this Hense is always tripping, but I'm not tripping. I'm just saying the next big thing for this man is that man right there, Sauce Gardner. What are the shoes that you got to go out there for, right? You got these other guys, that guy, but you got Sauce Gardner from the Jets, known for shutting people down. But he's looking at him like, nah, I'm Nohl Williams. I'm the guy that's coming in next. I'm the next big thing.
Is there anybody in front of him right now? So you're saying it's his job to lose? What you're saying right now?
Well, I think it's his job to lose because you got everybody else is on a 1-year deal, right? You got Watson. He's on a 1-year deal. He's gonna be out of here soon. Then well, they get brought in the guy from the Chargers as well. That's a 2-year deal, but mainly it could be a 1-year deal. But Naul Williams, man, you know, coming out of Cal, man, he reminds me of Marcus Peters without the attitude, right?
Ooh, yeah.
Marcus Peters was good, but he had the attitude to come with it. But hey, that's what reminds me of his playing style of Marcus Peters. But I feel like the level that this kid can get could be a Sauce Gardner. Could be the next big thing. He'll be the next big thing for the Kansas City Chiefs as well. Hey, the $1 million, what do you say? The $1 million race. Repost this string. Yeah, go ahead and get it out there. Repost it, get it out there. You probably get $1 million. But again, this you know what I mean? Again, like I'm saying, you know what I mean? I know a lot of people. I know Lou, Nick, Mango, and Coach Dre. If he was on the show, he probably said, "What? Hit Sauce Gardner? You gonna get this 3rd round pick of Sauce Gardner grade?" I think yes. I know this is my crazy moment for right now, but I think he could be the next Sauce Gardner. If you really look into it, man, if you really look at it and you see that, you know what I mean, Sauce Gardner, you know, when he came out, he was pretty good, you know what I mean, but he ain't got a team around him. They trying to build a team around Sauce Gardner now, but.
All right, Hense,
let me
ask you this, man. So do you think with this, with this gentleman, Noel, you talked about Sauce Gardner. See, I'm gonna take back Darrelle Revis. Could he be that level as well? Like, cause there was Sauce, but then there was Darrelle and Darrelle Revis. You know, it was Reeves Island. That was another no-fly zone.
Right.
I mean, and we got to give a shout out to the Chiefs scouting department. We got to give a shout out to even Tyreek Hill. I'll tell you why we got to give a shout out to Tyreek Hill. Because he said he wanted to go get paid in Miami and pay no state tax. So all these defensive players that Brent Veach and his staff has gone out the last 5 or 6 years, we have prospered tremendously with these defensive backs. If one decides to go sign someplace else, we go find another person to fill in. So I think, man, Brent Veach is a Hall of Fame GM. He gonna be in Canton one day, but also shout out Tyreek because he wanted to go get that bag and say, man, I'm gonna get the bag, and then the picks that Brent Veach and the Chiefs received off of that, man, we have prospered tremendously and still turning picks over and getting more picks to come in.
Yeah. So to answer your question about Darrelle Revis. Yes, I think he could be a Darrelle Revis, but I think he's coming for that man's top spot right there. I think he's coming for Sauce Gardner's spot. I think he's gonna be that guy, you know, for the Kansas City Chiefs. And Brett Veach, Brett Veach always turn his team around. And since he's been here, he built a solid. That's what he's known for. But he built a solid defense, right? You know. Tyreek Hill asked to leave. He want to get more. You want to get paid. You know what I mean? The Chiefs didn't want like, hey, this is what we think you're worth. He said, I think I'm worth more. He goes out there and turn around. They get 2 first-round picks for him. Then they go in that following year. They get George Kalafis. They get Trent McDuffie. In that same draft, they get Watson. They get Brian Cook, and also they get Nazeeh Johnson as well. You know what I mean? They get him as well. But now this draft in the 3rd round, you know what I mean? They got Naul Williams that also can be the next steal of you know, of the Kansas City Chiefs, because they turned to what they've known for turning late round picks into stars, right?
Awesome. Yeah,
phenomenal stars on their defense, and they turned a 7th round pick, then 6 or 7th round pick in Watson, and his rookie year he was flawless. You know what I mean? We still the jury's still out on Nazeeh Johnson. Brian Cook, the jury's still out on him as well. It was a late round pick for the Kansas City Chiefs as well. But Naul Williams coming in to lead there was college in interceptions last year, and now he's on the Kansas City Chiefs. And I'm telling you, you watch his tape, Al. You watch his tape. He kind of reminds you of Marcus Peters. You know what I mean? Without the attitude, Marcus Peters was my favorite cornerback. Marcus Peters, my favorite.
I like Marcus Peters, bro. Like, man, Marcus Peters, man. That was a bad man.
Marcus Peters was a dog, and a lot of people ain't gonna give him no credit for that. But I think that when it's all said and done, that's the ceiling for him. And if we can get Marcus Peters for Nohl Williams, I'll be excellent. But if we can get next level Sauce Gardner and get on, and he can come out and be a Sauce Gardner for the Kansas City Chiefs for years to come, I'm amazing with that. I'm on for that. I would jump over, what they say back in the day, jump on the rainbow. Hey, I would jump over the rainbow for that. I might bust my butt, but hey, yeah. I'm jumping to say, hey, this is a steal. Brett Veach have done it again. He got Naul Williams attention to the next big thing, and he could be a long sleeper for the Kansas City Chiefs as well. So with that said, man, that's gonna be our show today. But what can everybody reach you at, and what else the big news that you want to let everybody know? That you want to know and let them know after the show.
So first and foremost, thank you, Mr. Hense Todd of BowTie Sports, for allowing myself, Al Hygh, to come on your show. This fall, I'm launching officially my second podcast. I had 75 episodes of Casual Highlights. That's retired, and I'm gonna start it's called the Hygh Show, and we're gonna just talk sports, major in basketball, minor in other things in the world of sports. Things going on in the world, maybe a little bit of aviation, because that's one of my other things I enjoy doing. I enjoy talking airplanes and flight simulators and different things like that. But definitely, it's called the Hygh Show, coming in the fall. So be on the lookout for that. But y'all can reach me at my website, alhygh.com, and also you can catch me on the IG, al.hygh. I've been posting a lot of my this summer. I've been going through all my photos the last 3 years and changing stuff over to AI, man, and creating different pictures of stuff, man. Having a good time with it, man. Most importantly, man, you got to have fun with this stuff. Yeah, we grind, man, but the thing is, do you have fun with what you do? It's the $1 million question.
That's the $1 million question.
It ain't really $1 million. It should be, do you know what you have fun, what you like, and what you don't like? That's what it really comes down to.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to, man. Like, if you're doing with something that you love doing, for me, man, and also, you know what I mean, and sticking to it. Sticking to it is a key thing for me. You got to stick to it. You got to stick to everything you do. If you start something, don't say, I give up on it and say, I'm not going to do this no more. I'm done with this. But other than that, man, hey, great guest, great podcast. I can't wait to see what you have next for us. I'll be tuning in. I hope I'm a guest on the show, man. I hope I'm the first guest. Maybe the first guest on the show. Man,
yeah, you at the top of the list. It said bow tie. I put a bow tie for the list, man.
Well, yeah, man, I want to thank everybody for joining in, all 600 of you guys right now. Please continue to share away and subscribe to our channel at Chiefs Blitz. We will be back. I know you guys missed me Friday. I wasn't not on the show. Had a hand on some stuff. But again, I will be back Monday with Lou Montana, Andre Tillman, and Nick as well, as he loves himself some MVS. So with that said, with that said, we'll see you guys Monday. Thank you guys for joining in. And again, thank you, Mr. Al Hygh.
We're stepping on the campus, yeah, it's game time. With the BowTie on, looking sharp, I'm in my prime. From the classrooms to the courts, we hustle hard. Sports university life, man, we raise the bar. BowTie, fresh style, we breaking the mold. BowTie Sports, yeah, we doing it right. Champions in the making, shining so bright. On and off the field, rise to the test. BowTie University will always be the best.